Morning. This is Nita and Miss Panda with the Timepiece Garden. Whew. And it's a chilly 37 degrees outside with some serious fog. Lots of fog. And the craziness is it's supposed to be by like 3 o'clock, 61, 62. And then by, I don't know, 5 o'clock, we're supposed to dip down to the low 40s and have lots of rain. So it'll be an interesting day. Yeah, Panda's going up the hill. She's getting ready to start her patrol. She's checking something out. Anyway, so I got some stuff to do in the house while we're foggy, and then it's time to do some early spring planting for the cool weather crops. If I'm going to do a second batch, like a second batch of spinach, second batch of beets and turnips and radishes and carrots. So there's some stuff I got to get planted today, and I'll do a separate video on that. And then maybe work in the shed for a little while this afternoon when it gets a little rainy. Yeah, I think that's the plan. Stuff to do. But not right now. 37 is still too cold, and it's still really foggy and really damp. So, anyway, I will talk at you later. Stay warm, stay dry. Alrighty, so this is the goal of what I'm planning on planting. And most of this understand this is for a spring vegetable garden. Most of these things will take a light frost and still do fine. Uh-oh, Panda's barking. She wants in the house. Hang on just a second. So, this is the time to plant. Again, early spring garden, not summer garden. So some of the things to do with my lettuces. I like my Rocky Top lettuce, I won't lie. And then spinaches, and I've got more than one spinach. That's the one I grew all winter long. It's done great. This is the new one that I want to try. It's a spinach substitute, but it is a spinach, but it produces a red fruit as well. So, leaves for a while and then let it go to bloom and bloom to fruit type thing. It will self-seed, so you've got to make sure that you pick all of the fruit and or harvest the plant if you don't want this, taking over your garden. This is also supposed to be another spinach substitute, great for salads. And spinach, all varieties of spinach, do well with mild frost. You see, I've had spinach all winter long. This is my kale. This was a free seed when you order so many from Baker Creek. Again, this is not I don't get kickbacks from Baker Creek, but when you order so many for Baker Creek, they give you free seeds, and so I'm going to go ahead and try a kale. My beets, same ones I grew last year. My radishes, these are same ones I grew last year. I know it's upside down. It's because the opening portion is up here, so the packet's upside down. My Easter basket radishes, also the same ones I grew last year. Turnips, same ones I grew last year, and the same ones that I have in the ground right now that I use for getting all my winter greens. My carrots from last year, I will be planting them again. Carrots, parsnips, and had them last year. I went ahead and picked up an onion, mostly because my walking onions did so poorly this year, and I don't know why. So I don't have enough walking onions, so I'm going to go ahead and grow an onion, and that way I can let my walking onions seed and just continue to rebuild up my my stock of walking onions. But to do that, I got to plant another onion. So that's the garden stuff that you can plant early spring that does well, in the coolness. This is also time to plant the blueberries. You do it right now. The next 2 weeks we're supposed to have a high of like 56 routinely. Every other day we're supposed to have rain. Blueberries will thrive off of this. So these are two bare roots. One is a parrot, the other is a blu-ray. Both versions are supposed to grow well here in Arkansas. And you can see see if I can show it here. There we go. It's even got buds on it. So now what you've got to do for not buds, but leaf buds. There's a couple of them. You can see put my hand behind it so it focuses. You can see the green in the stems. They've already started to, do what they want to do. Leaf bud right there. You can see there's another leaf bud right there. So they're ready. They're ready to go in the ground right now. And normally for most bare roots, because that's what these are, is you take a pot of water outside, let it soak 30 minutes to an hour. So I will take them out of their little plastic holders, soak them while I'm planting all of this. And that way these will be the last two things I plant. And that'll give them their 30 minutes to an hour of soaking, to wake up the roots. And just increase my blueberry load. So that's the goal for today. Looking forward to it. Looking forward to having a good garden season. So with that, I'll see you in the garden. So there's Miss Panda, Mama's helper. So she's been making sure there's no evil earthworms or anything else here in the garden. So here's what we did. We cleaned up this area. Again, just the start, not done everything yet. The green poles pretty much represent where the seeds are laid. Onions there, 2 rows of them. Lots of room left over to that side, so I can still move the walking onions over here like I had planned. So those that make it will move. And then I've got 2 rows of parsnips and 1 row of kale. Now the kale here was free seeds sent by Baker Creek. Again, this is not an advertisement for them. I typically don't like store-bought kale. So there's just 1 row purple kale. That way I can try it. If I like it, great. I'll plant more next year. And if I don't like it, be great for the compost pile, or maybe a winter green crop that I can plow back in. So, but that's what we've got done so far. And then along that, you can see where I start cleaning up the edges. The leaves that blow in all winter long. You can see where I've not cleaned up over there yet because I've not planted over there yet. That way I'm not, out here for hours going, oh my God, this is so hard work. No, this is a 4 foot space, and it's clean all the way around it, All right, and now before I get off to the next spot, because I've still got lettuces and like my beets and stuff to do. That little green tip right there is the first of the garlic, or I'm going to say the second of the garlic, because there's him. And then you come back a little farther, and there's a green tip right there. So I've got 2 garlics that are, just starting to show, which is about normal for them. I don't see any of the others coming up yet. But that's about normal for garlic. Garlic takes a long time to grow. Plant it October, November time frame, and just let it do its in the ground thing all winter long. So far so good. All right, well, I'll talk to you in a few. Alrighty, next section. Again, clean it off the aisleway, as much as possible, type thing. And then, my poor broccolis, they got freezer burn from when we went down to the minus whatevers. Now, having said that, it's not rotten. Lost a couple leaves, but the plant itself is still trying. And if you look on the inside, it's got some little baby leaves. So while I've lost the head, I might get some little mini spears. So I've not pulled it out. Just kind of let it do what it wants to do. Because broccoli is a spring crop. You can plant it in the spring, so I might get a little off of it. So I've left it, but the other 5 are all gone. All right, that's my strawberry spinach. Put a row of them there. It's my orcha. Put a row there. I did 3 rows of regular spinach. And then I did my salad blends there. So, yay! Off to the next part. I'm probably going to go ahead and plant the 2 blueberries next. And then look at beets and turnips and radishes. Because that involves hoop tunnels here. And I knew it would. Moving them so I can start the next season of stuff. And I don't know if I'm going to wait a day or 2. because the spinach in here is still good. I'd like to keep the spinach. Now the lettuce that's on the outside and on the inside has gotten bitter, so I can pull that out. And then I take the hoop tunnel off my walking onions and go ahead and transplant them. I think I'll do those two on another day, because like I said, I've got 2 weeks where I've got 55, 56, 58 as highs. Every other day's got a little bit of rain. They're forecasting rain for tonight, maybe. Yeah, I'm not seeing any yet. So, you know, and that way I can do a little successioning, so I don't have like all of this, you know, going green at one time. I can still eat spinach here, and I still have turnip greens in that cold frame there. So if I wait 2 days to take this cold frame apart and plant some turnip greens and some beet greens here, it's okay. You know, there's no rush. The spinaches, though, I wanted to get into the ground, and the lettuces. Yeah. So beets, turnips, radishes, and carrots will go here where these 2 frames are. We're not doing them today. At least I don't think we're doing them today. I think I've talked myself out of it. All right, next is blueberries. Talk to you in a few. All right, the only clean spot is where I dug. Didn't do this aisle because I'm not messing with this whole garden yet. What's in here are see the little sticks there? That's a blueberry, and that over there is a blueberry. And then we're just gonna see. Last year, none of the bare root blueberries I got took. So these are both bare root blueberries. Did the same thing, did that 30-minute soak for the roots. You know, put them in the ground. And then it's wait and see. You know, whether or not they're gonna take. I'm hoping they do, because that way I'll have floor plants this year instead of 2. And if I can find more, you know, welcome to not being able to get certain vegetables or fruits. But if I can find more, you know, I'd love to plant more. So that nice one over there, that's last year's. Now, he gave me lots of fruit. This one over here, there he is also last year's. And he gave me a little bit of fruit, but did well towards the end of the season. Like, he actually started wanting to grow some new branches. So I am expecting both of them this year to give me a good amount of fruit. Yeah, but we'll see with these 2. All right, with that I'm done. Again, I'm not going to do beets and turnips today. The far side of the mountain, again, that's towards Berryville, is I don't know. I'm going to tell you the temperature's dropped. I think I am going to end up with some rain out here, which is a good thing. Not freezing temperatures or anything like that, but maybe some rain, so let's hope so. And I'm going to be quiet here for just a second, because the frogs are back. I don't know if you can hear them, excuse me, down at the pond. They're going crazy. You know, it ain't even dark yet. So that's one of those, how do I say, that's one of those early indicators that the frogs know the ground temperature is right for them to be out. I don't know how else to say that. So it's a good sign. You know, for the spring garden planting, frogs are out. Life is good. And with that, I'm gonna go finish cleaning up my mess over there, go in the house and figure out what I'm gonna do for dinner. So I will talk to you later.